dare go scabbing, would you?
Never.
Never. You stand with the Union. That's what I like to hear. Thank you. Now, folks, it might be time this evening for a little bit of truth as to what happened to that there track right there.
I thought we got to.
It
was the aliens.
Democracy
It
prevailed.
was not the aliens.
It was the aliens and the gorillas.
It was not the aliens. It was not the gorillas. It wasn't Riley's like automatic snakes or magic snakes or whatever the heck they are.
Children.
I unfortunately was directly involved.
What?
Hold on. Before you jump to your conclusions,
Jail, 1,000 years.
Horrible man!
let me tell you what happened before you jump to your conclusions.
It's too late.
We already
We're
jumped.
We
Jump back. All right. What had happened was about 7 months ago, I got a letter from Theodore Schomburg, which, as we know, he's like the big boss. And I was working down as a logger down in the Crater Lake area, and got that letter, and it told me, the letter itself said, Elliot, you are to take crates of explosives from Crater Lake up through Cimarron to the Metcalf Station section of the Cimarron or Northwestern, so that way we can clear and blast some mountain down over that way about 2 or 3 miles, so we can make room for more line. So I loaded up the wagon, and we got to trotting along that road right over there. And we got to about there, and a rattlesnake went right across the center of the road. And it spooked the horses that were pulling the wagon. And the horses veered left, and then the wagon went with it. And anyone's been paying attention, what's left of the road? Exactly, it was the rail. The horses got across just fine, but as soon as the wagon wheels hit the track, the whole thing went over tea kettle, and explosives went everywhere. And unfortunately, those explosives happened to be mighty fragile, and they detonated and sent about 250 foot of track all the way to Kingdom Come. And the echo of the blast went across these hills for miles. And then, shortly thereafter, got another letter from Schomburg. And it told me that I was not to leave Metcalf Station until the track was fixed. And like I mentioned, that was about 7 months ago. And we have been working tirelessly and sometimes effortlessly to try and get that track fixed. But since then, I have not been able to leave or go home and see my family, go see my wife, anything like that. And I'm making $2.30 a day, most of which I hardly even see because Schomburg just takes the paycheck from me anyway. And I have to admit, it's not a great way of living. It's not great.
That doesn't sound like your fault.
Yeah, well, Schomburg can't really blame the snake, now can he?
Can.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase. Schomburg can't exactly charge the snake money, now can he?
Well, Elliot, I mean, at least we're making progress. At least you've got a end date in sight. Once we drive that last spike, you're free. Once that's done, I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford to get out of here. Pay me $2.30 in company script, all my debt in United States dollars. Afraid I'll be out here the rest of my life. Afraid it'll be my final resting place.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do once this rail line gets finished. Working on it and working out here is all I got. Nothing else for me outside of this canyon.
Yeah, it feels like, there's nothing else for us outside here, but sometimes I feel like it's rough, but here ain't necessarily the worst place to be. You got the war going on overseas, that Spanish flu raging.
You're lucky that ain't got out to us yet.
Digging grade, digging trench.
Fighting in the war while dying of the Spanish flu.
Tough living out here, y'all. Breaking our backs over the ties. Working ourselves closer to the ground every single day.